has gone off in your head, it's time.
And the defense with their backs against the wall. Little defense is in the red zone. They run with a fifth-round man, Paul Perkins. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And the back goes into motion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Dan Carpenter to try a field goal here. And Carpenter knocks it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So here we go, a 3rd down after the second down pass completion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height Setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up, and if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
And Brenza's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now we're going to get our first peek at the rookie.
Proven himself to be the #1 quarterback for this team coming out of camp. Now let's see what type of game plan they put with him to give him some confidence early.
And how do you do that, Charles? How do you alter the game plan for this guy versus a Brady or a Manning?
I think that you play to his strengths and even lean on what he did well in college to get him comfortable early, some familiarity, whether it's short throws, deep throws, quarterback runs. What are the things that give him confidence? Get those into the game plan right out of the gate.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive play.
And the offense now will try to regroup.
Controlling the passing lanes.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. Now it's Peterson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
Play clock winding down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dontrell Inman. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Here's the Cardinals defense as they head out to set up shop. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So out now come the Cardinals. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, it's Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Get ready. 258.
Palmer now to throw on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
Now Palmer on first down. Backing up. All kinds of time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On third down, Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into
a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Brenz's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. There's a reason that quarterbacks hate to see Patrick Peterson on the other end, isn't there?
That's because they feel like they should be throwing the football or handing it to him. He looks like an offensive player, but he plays the corner as well as anyone in the league.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
Offense.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
A very solid gain of 27.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And New York set to 10. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Green 39! Green 39!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Now let's go!
Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out.
95!
So after the interception, here's Palmer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. That'll bring up second. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And Carpenter knocks it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And, partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58.
Throwing is Palmer. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Beckham. Muscles him off. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Beckham, the lone receiver right. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. All right, so what do you make of these numbers here? Back-to-back games where he's really, really struggling.
Well, I go back to our meeting with the head coach, and you asked him about what happened last week and whether you thought he'd come out of it, and he was a little hesitant, wasn't he? He wasn't real confident about what he would see. He was hopeful.
Right.
And that always scares me a little bit if I'm a player, if I had actually heard that. But as a broadcaster, listen to the head coach say he's hopeful. Well, so far that hope hasn't been realized.
Yeah, we both noted that after, and you're right, it hasn't been realized. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Let's go, let's go.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now they'll throw it with Palmer. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And no doubt, this is what you call a bounce-back game from a week ago.
And absolutely zero surprise, don't you think? Think about our meeting with the coaches. I mean, all they kept talking about was, well, you know, if you had a bad game last week, it won't happen again. Right. There won't be 2 in a row. We'll bear the brunt of what happened from the week before.
Yeah, they were giving us all the cliches, hoping he would right the ship, and he has. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. Inman has it over the middle. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.